Hi, Shanza. Good afternoon.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
First of all, congratulations on passing PMP exam. How are you feeling?
Thank you. So much relieved, excited, and happy.
Great, great. I know you worked really, really hard, and I was sure that you're going to pass the exam. But the journey and the effort and everything, I was really impressed with your dedication. You
Thank
went
you.
into everything, attended all the Q&As, solved all the mock tests, read the book.
Yes,
So yes. So your efforts have paid off. So once again, congratulations. Thank you, Shanza, for time for this session. This would be really helpful for people who would be watching. So let's start with your brief introduction. What do you do? Where do you work?
I am working as a senior project manager and senior project management officer, sorry, at Fatma Fertilizers in Lahore. And I have done MS in project management as well. And if you know, I'm silver medalist as well in MS project management. And currently, I have doing project management as senior project management from the last 2 years. Apart from that, I have experience in project, but as a developer.
All right, great. Yes, I saw that silver medal on your LinkedIn. Yes, great, great. Why did you decide to go for PMP certification?
Basically, it's need for my job as I am working as a senior project management. And when I started to do project management degree, I once started to do MS PMP. But due to my experience, I cannot go for it. So I opt for the MS in project management. So ultimately, I decided to do it.
All right, thank you. And okay, tell us about your PMP journey. When did you start and what exactly you did? How did you pass the exam?
Uh, I took your course in January, and at that time, I was confident that I will give exam by the end of January. But due to some uncircumstances, like I have some medical issues in my family, I cannot go for the exam, and I was not consistent with my preparation that time. But I was continuously doing studying something like. Mm, I studied 2 days and there was a gap of 2 days. That's why I was not consistent. Then I was planned to give in March, but there was some issue, technical glitch in your YouTube session, and that time I seriously stopped my studies here because I was honestly lying on your YouTube channels before solving the mocks. At that time, I read the book. Then I decided to that this is the time I have to do it now. And I took leaves from the office, and at that time it was Eid holidays in Pakistan. And that time I have the most suitable time because I have more time to do my preparation at home. Then I just read your book again, read a book again, sort all your YouTube channels, watch all your lesson learns before solving the mock exams. Then I opt for solve mock exams. And in mock exam, my percentage were around, in first mock exam, my percentage was 72. In second, it was 77. And in third, it was 70. And in fourth, it was 67. And I was not able to complete last mock exam on time. At that time, where my confidence shattered, whether I should give exam or not exam. And I took 1 day off from all the studies, give my mind a little peace of mind that I will to avoid any burden. Then I decided whether I should give exam or not. And that day I decided do whatever. Let's see, hope for the best and go for the exam. I scheduled my exam and just give it.
Thank you for explaining your strategy in detail. So you read PMP exam prep by Rita,
Yes.
and you solved all my 2000 mock exams questions,
Yes.
and you
Yes.
attended almost all 60 Q&A sessions, around 600
Yes.
questions, which are on YouTube.
Yes.
Okay. What's the relevance of our daily Q&A session with the real exam if you compare it in terms of difficulty, language, and, importance for the exam?
your QA sessions are difficult as compared to real-time exam. Real-time exam was so easy.
Okay, and what was your score in my daily Q&A session on average?
Um, Sometimes I was below 5, but sometimes I was above 5, and most of the time I was in 6, 7, 8.
Go ahead.
When I get the 7 and 8 marks in your QA session, that time when I got the confidence that I should appear in the exam, and then I solved full for mock exam. After that, when I got the 7, 8 marks in your QA session, then I solved this full length mock exams.
All right. Yes, this is what I say. If you are getting more than 5 in my daily Q&A session, means you are on the right track. You should be confident that you're going to pass the exam because, as Shanza mentioned, the difficulty level of these questions are slightly higher as compared to real exam.
Yeah.
And it is intentional. If you are comfortable with these daily Q&A session, means exam would be a piece of cake for you. It would be much, much easier. Okay, right. So Shanza, how much total time you spent in preparation? Like if I ask you in terms of hours, days, or months, whatever you're comfortable.
I can't exactly say because I was doing it in chunks, but 2 weeks I was consistently doing the mock exams and the UQA sessions that were remaining. And by that time, I was continuously solving your mock exams. I was cannot, I like daily I spend 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours, but that 2 weeks I spent 6 to 7 hours,
All
I
right.
can
So
say.
did you take 2 weeks off from your work?
I took 1 week off from my work, and 1 week I get due to Eid holidays.
All right. Yes, this is also another tip. Like
Yeah.
take a week off from your work and then prepare for the exam. So
Mhm.
that's really, really helpful. All right, great. Okay. So let's talk about exam. What was the distribution of agile based question and waterfall and hybrid based question in your exam?
Um, there was more of hybrid and agile. Predictive was very low, less, and yeah.
All right. And how important is people management, leading the team and motivation and negotiation, conflicts management, communication,
Yeah.
these topics?
It Most of the pair topics were from communication, stakeholder risk, so that were important, and people management as well. And I remember when I was solving QA sessions, people management was the domain where I was getting below 5. And I read again book and go through all my notes and your notes, and then I solved the mock exams, and they were so easy for me to solve.
Yes, absolutely. People management is really, really important for the exam. If you ask, for example, people who are watching, like, what are the important topics for the exam? It's stakeholders engagement,
Yes.
communications management, risk
Risk.
management, and scope management.
Yes.
Apart from that, you should focus on people management, leading project management team, motivation, negotiation, conflicts management, emotional intelligence, empathy. These
Yes.
topics are really, really important. Okay, right. Were you able to manage time during the exam?
Yes. I had a plenty of time because in mock exams, my when I was doing mock exams at home, my major focus was to solve question in that minimum time, and I solved the questions with a timer. And when I was doing mock exams in board, and I was able to complete two mock exams on time, and the last two mock exams I was not able to complete on time. My major focus was to complete on time. And when I was giving the exam, I completed the first portion in 60 minutes, and in second portion I was almost completed in 60 minutes, almost, or maybe less than. And when I was doing the last section, I had 40 minutes remaining when I completed my exam. And I could literally completed last section slowly. That I don't rush to complete it earlier. I spent maximum time on each question, but still I was left with 40 minutes at the end of the exam.
Oh, wow, amazing. So, yes, another tip, timed your quizzes. Whenever you practice, use a timer. Make sure that whatever sources you're using to do the mock test timed your quizzes, because that's really, really important. That would help you prepare for the exam.
Yes.
Okay. So, Shanza, did you see any question where you needed to do some sort of mathematical calculation?
Yeah, only one question was there in which I have to do calculation, and it was that type of calculation that I don't need the calculator. That was pretty simple calculation, but I it was calculation based. I have to
Yes.
calculate both SV and CV.
Yes. So another tip, do not spend much time on calculation-based questions.
I exactly do that. I was when there was a calculation question, I marked it to solve it later. That was the last question I solved in the exam, and I spent 2 to 3 minutes on calculations. And when I was confirmed, then I marked it.
All right. So Shanza, when you were confident, like, yes, now you're ready and you should write the exam, did you schedule the exam before or after your preparation?
I scheduled my paper after the preparation because I told you I have to travel to another city to give my exam, and for that I have to make arrangements accordingly. And I got confident when was solving QA sessions. In when I got 7, 8 marks, that time I was confident I will do it. And then I solved full mock exams, and in that I told you my percentage, and that time I was confident. But the last mock exam where my confidence was shattered. But at that time, only 4 videos were left there from your QA sessions that I have to solve, and I solved those questions. And in questions, I my percentage was 7878. And that time I decided, no, I can do it. If I can solve your QA sessions, I can solve the PMP exam as well.
Yes, absolutely. So, yes, you can either prepare and then schedule the exam. But if you're not finding time, if you're not finding that motivation or dedication, schedule your exam. Set a deadline of
Yeah.
30 days, right? And then prepare. That is really, really helpful.
I had the time in my mind, and I was telling everyone that my paper is scheduled on this, but I haven't scheduled exactly. But I scheduled a day after for the day I have decided.
All right. So you took the exam at the exam center. Uh,
Yes.
were you able to receive your result right after the exam, or you had to wait?
I received my paper preliminary result on that day, and next day I got my full result, full detailed result.
What did you do after you saw you passed the exam? What was the first thing you did?
And there was a funny moment. I remember, as I have already given exams in which you got the result and your marks on the screen at that time, when you click on submit button and complete the test, and you got the result on your screen. There was nothing on the screen, and I was confused. It was written that you will get the result whether you are failed or passed in 48 hours. I was confused. Maybe I failed. That's why I didn't get the result. When I came out of my room, the invigilator hand over the paper and said, "Your result." It was folded. I said, "He didn't tell me anything. Maybe I failed. Otherwise, usually they congratulate you." When I came out of the room and I immediately opened the paper, it was like written congratulations. That was a relief moment for me.
Okay, great. Wonderful. So, were you confident that you're going to pass the exam when you were taking the exam, in the middle of the exam, when you were solving the question? Were you confident that you're going in the right direction, or you were confused?
Yeah, I was confident I will pass the exam as there were questions that were pretty strict, that I don't have to spend a lot of time. And there were few questions in which you have to think because two options were way too similar. But I had your mind that you always say, if two options are similar, go for the problem stated in the question. I just choose this method, and it was pretty straight and simple for
Yes,
me.
absolutely. Go for the option that addresses the problem
Yeah.
which is mentioned in the statement. Okay, great, great. Okay. Shanza, any advice for people who are thinking to prepare for PMP exam? What they should do?
I'll suggest go for your QA sessions first before solving mock exams because these are the 10 questions daily. you don't have to spend so much time, and you can easily understand where you are standing. And these are the topic wise questions, and you easily understand your gaps as well. Then go for the full mock length exams, because at that time you have to prepare and solve the question with timer. That time you actually understand how you will perform in your real time exam.
Absolutely. So yes, simple exam preparation strategy. Take the course. It's a 4 days long course.
Yeah.
Once the course is over, then start reading the content, either in the form of book or
Yeah.
PowerPoint presentations or class notes, whatever you're comfortable with. Spend 10 days on reading the book, go through the content once, and then solve mock exams. And to get motivation and dedication, attend daily Q&A session that we conduct live on Zoom at
Yes.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not able to join that due to time zone differences, then you can watch online recordings as well. So recordings are available on YouTube. So I think Shanza's time zone was different. She's in
Yes.
Pakistan, so I think it was early morning there, around 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I said try to attend those sessions, but it was not possible for me. And I remember when I solved this four full length mock exams, I solved it 4 a.m. in the morning,
Hmm.
because that was the time when I have no distraction, no other distraction. And that time I can attend to session, but I was solving my exam with timers, so that I couldn't attend. But I have watched all your lesson learned, QA sessions, each and everything.
Yes, I know, I know. And what was the reaction of your colleagues when you told them or when you went back to office that you passed the exam?
uh, Actually, I didn't tell anyone except my boss that I am giving the exam, and everyone was surprised when did you give the exam, and everyone asked who you took the exam, and later my HOD came back from the exam today, from the annuals from today, and he literally told that you trained me, and as you know, you also know him.
Yes, yes, he's a very, very nice person. Yes, when you contacted me, I asked about him. Like he works in your organization, and you told me he's
Yes,
your boss. So pay
yes,
regards to him, to Hassan Saab. He's really kind person, very nice. He was my teacher actually.
yeah.
Uh,
He
when
was
I
also my teacher as well.
when I was doing masters in product management, he was my teacher, and yes, I have great, great regards for him. Shanza, thank you so much for all the useful lessons learned, and once again, congratulations. You worked really hard, and it paid off.
Thank you
I
so
wish you
much.
all best of luck in your future endeavor. We will be in contact. I'm just a text away. Whenever you need any help, just you can reach out to me. Once again,
Sure, sir.
congratulations. Take good
Thank
care of
you.
yourself. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Still, please.
Bye.